You were taught money is just a tool for trade, a neutral medium, a convenient invention. But history tells a different story. Money didn't become powerful because it helped people buy things. Money became powerful because it helped someone command things. Because when a system controls what counts as money, it doesn't just control prices, it controls behavior. So the real question isn't what is money. The real question is who benefits from defining it. This is education, not financial advice. But if you give me 10 minutes, I'll show you the hidden shift. How money moved from exchange to enforcement. And by the end, you'll see why money isn't just used by power. Money is one of power's favorite weapons. Let's break the myth. Trade existed long before money. People swapped goods, promised favors, kept informal tallies. So if trade came first, money didn't appear because trade needed it. Money appeared because authority needed something else. A standard that could be counted, taxed, and enforced. Because the moment a society agrees on a unit, someone gains the ability to measure everyone the same way. And when you can measure people, you can manage them. So money didn't begin as a neutral convenience. Money began as a system of counting. And whoever controls the counting controls the game. Now look at the pattern. In many historical systems, rulers needed armies. Armies needed supplies. Supplies needed organization. So states created obligations. Not voluntary trade, obligations. They demanded payments in a specific unit, a coin, a token, a tally. And once taxes had to be paid in that unit, people had to obtain that unit. That is the hidden engine. Tax doesn't just collect money. Tax creates demand for money. It forces participation. It turns a symbol into necessity. So money becomes powerful not when people like it, but when people must use it to stay safe. And that's how money stops being trade and becomes governance. Think like a ledger again? When a system defines money, it defines three things. 1. What is payable? What counts as a valid settlement? 2. Who can issue? Who can create the unit or the claims connected to it? 3. Who enforces? Who can punish refusal and reward compliance? This is why money is never just an object. It's a permission system, a membership card, a rule book. And the moment you need that unit to pay taxes, fees, or debts, you're inside the system whether you agree or not. So money becomes the most elegant form of control, not a soldier at your door, but a requirement in your pocket. Here's the psychological shift. People assume money works because everyone believes in it. That's only half true. Money works because the system ties it to survival. Taxes, fines, court settlements, licenses, access to markets, debt repayment. So the state doesn't need you to love the currency. It just needs you to need it. And once you need it, your behavior changes. You work for it. You accept rules for it. You organize your life around it. That's why money is not only an economic tool, it's a social contract with teeth. And those teeth are enforcement. Now the weapon evolves. Coins are limited. Paper is easier. But credit is the real expansion. Credit turns future promises into present power. That sounds useful, and it is. But it also means whoever controls credit conditions controls who grows and who suffocates. Because credit decides who gets to build, who gets to buy, who gets to survive a downturn, who gets crushed when rates rise. So money becomes even less about trade and more about permission. Permission to expand, permission to breathe. A denial doesn't just block a purchase, it blocks a future. That is power. Now we can say it clearly. Money is not primarily a trade tool. Trade is what you see. Money is a system of obligations, enforcement, permission, and control over time. It is a ledger that shapes behavior at scale. And the most powerful move is not owning money, it's defining what counts as money. Because whoever defines the unit defines the world that must obey it. In the next episode, we go deeper. If money is power, then inflation is one of its quietest moves. Not just prices rising, power shifting hands.